story mode. It's good to be back. I missed an episode on Friday, yes. Observant people amongst you will have spotted that one. It was my birthday. And did I have a lovely night? Yes, I had quite a good night, actually. Yeah, it was good. Thanks for asking. But I did miss my bit of Ponte Preta action, which was a shame. So it was good to be back and getting into the swing of things again. And we've got lots of new signings. That's always exciting. So I'm very keen to get going. And just checking, because someone confirmed that the audio is working. That old chestnut. And yeah, how is everyone? How are we getting on this very chilly Monday afternoon, Monday evening even. Dans Angleterre, as the French say. It has been very cold. And Copes is here. Some of the boys from Discord are on board. Matthios, Marcus, welcome. Little tip, actually, for any of you who are enjoying the live streams, want to see more live streams, but want to also know when they're starting, when I'm going to be late, what's going to be happening, come and join the Discord. There's a link in, not the description to this video, but there's a link in the description to pretty much every video that I've done up until recently. So come and join. Discord's a free app. It's pretty good. You know, there's some good chat in there, good bants amongst the lads and lasses in the Discord. Might just be lads. And yeah, so that's a good place to be to find out more information and just to chat with me. I generally am pretty active in there. We talk about fantasy football. We talk about football in general. We talk about who knows, but a little bit of everything. But before we get going in this one, I'm going to treat you all to a little bit of music. Now, obviously, I'm not a professional streamer who can stick on music via another screen or something. I've got a Bluetooth speaker here, so bear with me. But this is something quite special.
Ponte Preta vai pro campo pra mostrar o seu valor. Ponte Preta inflamante, Ponte Preta emoção. Ponte Preta gigante, raça de campeão. Seu estádio é majestoso, seu nome uma glória. Ponte Preta sempre, na derrota e na vitória.
Well, there we go. It goes on for another couple of minutes, but I hope you were sambering as much as I was there. It's a lovely little anthem, that, and it's actually called, I mean, on the Ponte Preta website, not a bad website, actually, for a Brazilian League 2 side, and they call it the Ponte Preta hymn, and it starts, black and white unfurled banner is your colour. This is a weird translation. Black bridge, giant, champion race, your stadium is majestic, your name a black bridge, always in defeat or victory, you are loved, black bridge, pride of our land, yes. And I'm really getting into being a Ponte Pretano, being a Ponte Preta fan. And unfortunately, I can't sing that in English. Maybe I'll try. But that is, love it. Absolutely love that one. Very pleased. And I think there are some other versions of that as well. So I might have to have a look for them. I'm pretty sure I saw an 8-bit like Nintendo one on YouTube. Might try and play that next time. But that's got me really hyped up for this episode. We need to get a win today. How are we doing? Do we have anything to look at? Negotiations. What's that all about then? Oh yeah, we've had a bid for Eduardo. How much? 24 mil for Eduardo. That's actually not bad. That is not to be sniffed at all. That's actually pretty decent for him. What is his market value? 24. That's probably about right. But we like him, although we do have a bit of a surplus now of midfielders after signing Pedro Castro, who I like. They're very similar players. But anyway, not the time to be thinking about that now. Let's just get into the first game. Who are we playing to start this episode off? America Mineiro. Let's just check where they are in the league, actually. Oh, they're in 4th. So we've had some tricky games, actually. Bragantino we played in the last episode. We actually drew to them in the end, didn't we? Poor draw, actually, in the end. We should have won that one. But yeah, so straight into a match now again against one of our, not rivals really, but one of the other teams who are vying for promotion. Let's go and take a look. So this was one of the relegated sides. And we are playing... Ronaldinho used to play for them. Interesting. So they were a side that had quite a lot of success. In the 70s and 80s, they did pretty well. They actually won Serie A in 1971. And they've had some really good players play for them. Not just Ronaldinho Gaucho, but also Gilberto Silva. What a ledge. Joe. Manchester City Joe. And yeah, they're a decent side. And we travel to them today. Let's go and take a look at who's going to be playing. I've been sort of trying to think in my head who starts. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear in the information in the comments who you think should be starting. We've certainly got much better options now. Obviously, Alan de Snoozer scored in the last episode. We've had issues with him. He's not an ideal centre forward. Brodge hasn't really let us down. And Marillison, obviously top scorer for us. I suppose going on 4 Marrows, we should probably bring Marillison back in. Someone suggested in the comments that his nickname should be Ziggy. I'm totally on board with that. He's Marley's son. Bob Marley's son, Ziggy Marley. Boom, done. Ziggy. Ziggs. Big Ziggs. We've got it. So thank you to whoever that was. Apologies, I can't remember who you were, but that was about as good as we've done. So we've had a vote from one of a kind from Marlison. Kakarot also saying Marlison. So yeah, I think Ziggy is going to get a run out today. Behind him, I'd like to start Pedro Castro, but not on that form. So I think we'll keep that as it is. Abner's had some form issues in recent games, which is a shame. But I think we keep him in anyway. Ibanez has been excellent. I really want him to score because I've got a great chant for him. And he's good in the air as well. 83 heading, 81 jump. And he works really, really nicely in this league because you get a lot of lumped through balls. So he's perfect. Yeah, he's been gobbling up everything in the air. He's stepped into Reginaldo's shoes very ably. That's what we like to see. Let's just check, actually, because I do really want him to score. Is he going up to join the attack? No, he should be. Should be. Need to change that. Takuma Asano keeps his place, and we are good to go. Let's get into it. So everyone keen for Abner to keep playing. Yeah, well, you've got to start him, the Brazilian Roberto Carlos, as people are calling him in the press. Has developed a bit of a cult following. Unfortunately, he's not quite been able to sustain that incredible form, that sort of run of 2 or 3 games where he looked like a world beater, scoring goals, getting forward, beating players. He's got a few issues, maybe. Yeah, Spoobit in the comments stating that we should take him off when he gets to 0 stamina. We often forget to do that. We need to be a little bit more accommodating to our left and right backs because they have a hell of a lot of work to do in this system. They provide the width, and Abner does it very well. So here we are. Oh, look at the atmosphere here. I love it. There's always flares. Always flares. Just absolutely jumping here. And we didn't look at the other side, but they are a good team. And that man there, I think it's Michel Bastos maybe. He caused us problems last time we played them. So we need to be wary. So we've got Ziggy starting up top after a lot of pressure from the fans to see him again. He has been excellent this season, as we know. Asano, nice ball back to Luis Carlos. And now Oliveira. Oof, lots of pressure on him instantly there. Lovely touch by Abner, though. A look for Oliveira again. Lovely touch again. And Mateus Oliveira looks to step inside. It's well read. Easily read there. Yeah, it is Michel Bastos. He's a danger man for them, definitely. That's a very good ball. Janino. Arnaldo coming across from right back. Does really well there. Clean that up nicely. I want to see a run here. Thiago Real has spotted Takuma Asano on the other side. Into Marillison, hits it first time. It's very well hit. I love that. Sano just drifting out to the left wing. Really, really nice. And Luis Ovados, welcome in the comments, asking what difficult do we play. What difficulty do we play? Superstar. Every time. Every time. I've considered Legend. But I don't think that's... I'm pretty happy with this. Right. Let's get Ibanez into a position. Running onto this one. Ibanez going near post. He's going to jump here with Palau. It's out to Igor. Igor will keep it alive again into Jimmy Quids. Oh, that's neat. Arnaldo now whips it in. Asano's there. Quidsy tries to keep it alive. Luis Carlos closing. The Jackal. Luis Carlos has been excellent. Oh, Marillison putting the pressure on. And we keep them under the thumb here. Asano's made a nice run, but we'll go back to the Jackal. He'll play it into Igor. Little miss pass there. Abner, it's cheeky. It's too cheeky. Oh, he's won it. Ah, fuck. Couldn't quite get that there. Couldn't quite get that. Bastos goes for the short throw. Let's keep them pinned back, forcing them along. Easy for Arnaldo here. Time to take a touch. Foot with glue on it there. Luis Carlos will push it in towards Marilison. Abner on the overlap here. Ball back inside. Oh, that was nearly really nice. Nearly very, very special there. Abner looking to get forward a lot already. It's been his instruction. Ibanez's first header is one. But they keep the ball here. The home side yet to build anything yet. It's been all Ponte Preta so far. A hopeful ball in. No problem for Bruno Avini. Oh, but he's caught out there. That's poor. Oh, but Igor making up the ground. So dependable. You can set your watch by him. Ibanez. To Matthias Oliveira. Just looking to build play a little bit here. Abner into Oliveira, that well-trodden path. Oh, Oliveira steps inside. Ball into Marilison. Jimmy Quids on the run here. Jimmy Quids gets it out of his feet. Yes! Quids up. Yes, we are Quids in. That's what I meant to say. Quids in. What a hit that is. From old Jimothy Real. Jimmy Quids opens the scoring here. And that is a thunderous strike and a really nice bit of build-up there. Oliveira beats his man. Nice ball there. Into Ziggy. Slips it into Thiago Real. Edge of the box, and he has leathered that one. Create your legacy, it says behind him on the advertising boards. And Thiago Real has certainly created a legacy this season. Despite a lot of players coming in, a lot of options, Eduardo, now Pedro Castro, he has held down this attacking midfield spot, and he's deserved it as well. He has been really consistent. Luis Carlos now into Kumarasano. A bit of space has opened up here. Oh, steps away into Marilison. The dummy. Marilison with the effort. Oh, it's just wide. We are looking quality. Sano there. Oh, Megs. And Ziggy out of his feet. He's looked good. Ziggy is the best all-round centre-forward that we've got. Brodge, we know what Brodge can do. Alan de Snoozer is a bit of an unknown quantity. He's got a lot of quality, but we're not quite sure how to harness it properly yet. But Marilison can do a little bit of everything. Oh, Abner showed a little bit of that to Emiliano, and he went sliding in, thought he could get it. Abner knew differently. And that is the first yellow card of the game. Abner started pretty sharply tonight. That's a big challenge though. It's going to be Abner to take this one. Into Luis Carlos. Igor now back out to Abner. He's looking to get involved at every opportunity. Abner back to Real. Oh, just dispossessed there. Luis Carlos though is on the tail of Vicoso. Lovely little professional foul there. That's smart from the experienced midfield battler. Probably just soft enough to have avoided a yellow card, but just enough to prevent the counter-attack. Let's take a look. Does he receive the yellow there? No, he doesn't. That's textbook. That's how you break up play. Oh, but he's beaten to that by Vicosa, but Abner's there. Does really well. I think he's offside anyway. Yeah, well offside. So 27 minutes in, we're looking pretty comfortable here. I don't think they've had a shot yet. As we said, they've got some good players. They are a newly relegated side, so you would expect so. But now we just need to start playing that Ponte Preta style football. Oliveira again beats his first man. Into Marilison again, into Takuma Asano. Steps back, looks to curl one. Ooh, maybe a little too dependent there on his right foot. Oh, Ibanez just overcommitted there. Got to get this right here. Emiliano. Oh, good ball into Bastos, but Abner's there. Responding to the criticism in the press. That was poor, but Jimmy Quids will pick it up. It's poor from Abner, but worse from the Mineiro player. Oh, Ziggy's run. Just halted at the wrong time. Bruno Avini. Man mountain. Carlos Real. And now Igor will just take things under control here for a second into Matheus Oliveira. Oh, lovely footwork from him. Oh, away from another. Abner's made a run. Low ball in, looking for Marlison. It's lovely football here from Ponte Preta. Vamos Macaca! It's definitely that hymn. It's definitely the Ponte Preta hymn that's got me playing like this. This is some samba football here. Carlos now. Into Real. Didn't mean that. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have started talking. Oh, Ibanez! We've actually positioned ourselves really well for that, Abner says. That is a badly written book. Oh, smart play there from Oliveira. He knew where Abner was. And now Abner can run into the space. Oliveira's there with him. Oh, he could have continued to run there. Oh, it's unlucky. That just threw me a bit there. I thought Oliveira was going to make the run. He didn't. It's unfortunate. Ibanez, good header. It's always the sign of a good centre-back is when they're good in the air, but also good in the air, and those things the headers tend to reach a player on their team. It's an underrated skill. When you see the very best in the game, it's no coincidence that even when they're winning difficult headers, it tends to find its way to a teammate. Could do with another goal here. Once again, Oliveira giving this guy an absolute nightmare. Oh, still Oliveira. Still Oliveira. That's a foul there, surely, Silva. Oh, that was nearly a Gareth Bale-esque run down that left-hand side. Half-time almost upon us. Clever ball in from Jimmy Quids. Asano can release Arnaldo here. Arnaldo into the box. He's going to wind one up. Oh, he's hit it really well. Oh, Asano nearly there. Oliveira, first-time effort off the bar. And the keeper is able to collect. What a goal that would have been. There has been some dazzling football on display here. And it's all Ponte Preta. Absolutely incredible. I mean, that was close. What a goal that would have been from Oliveira, who is looking really good today. Abner as well. Really exerting himself on this game. And as you can see, we're absolutely dominating. Zico's half-time team talk will be a very simple one. It'll be more of the same. And yeah, I think Abner will be quite tired by the end of about the 60th minute, I think. So maybe Diego Renan can have a go. But hopefully Abner can be at the heart of a goal, either an assist or a goal of his own. Certainly deserved so far. Let's see how we get on in this second half. We did give away the last game from a winning position, so we need to be wary here. Quidzy into Marlison, lovely turn, looks for Jimmy Quids again. Is he going to make it? Two here outside of the boot, and that is pretty close. Jimmy Quids orchestrating things from midfield and making a run into the box. Nice work, Marlison, who's fouled there in the process. We'll have another go. And it is going to be Thiago Real. From a fairly long way out, but it's doable. Not had a huge amount of luck with free kicks, but that's a very, very good one. Yes! Thiago Real. It's the real thing. It's nothing like the taste of the real thing. I'm not sure about that. But 2 goals today, you can't argue with that. A brace from our experienced attacking midfielder. And I think free kicks are definitely more difficult this year, but they're still a little bit too easy. It would have been, so not PES, PES 18, I feel like we went through almost the entire series, both series, without scoring a free kick. But, in the last 2 PES we've scored loads. I mean, last year it was almost, if you got a free kick, it was almost guaranteed. We haven't scored quite as many this time. Look at that, Thiago Real being shown the respect he deserves with some tight marking. We haven't quite had so much success from set pieces, but it's still fairly simple. I don't know. I'm not complaining. It's fun. I like it. So now 50 minutes on the clock. 2-goal advantage here. Luis Carlos. What a ball into Abner. Just a step inside. Almost gets away with it. Ibanez in the air, beaten to it this time. Janino, nice little layoff. Emiliano, this is much better here, but Bruno Avini is there. The man mountain. Ex-Tottenham player. Won't hold that against him. Igor could have gone forward there, but that's smart play. Now Carlos Oliveira, the Jackal. Asano now into Marillison. Real into Abner. Will hit this one first time. It bobbled up nicely from his first touch. Fair enough for wanting to hit that one. The football's been of the liquid variety today. We are looking excellent. Anything less than a win today would have been very disappointing. It was Carlos, gets up. Fallen to Bastos, their star man. That was Oliveira in there. Breaking play up. Now Asano. Out to Igor, who's made a good run. Simple ball. Ah, that was meant to be a dummy. Shit, Manson. That's poor. That's poor. Davison in the comments, in the chat. I keep calling it the comments. That's how much of a noob streamer I am. In the chat, welcome aboard. We're having a lovely old time here on the road. Ponte Preta looking to extend their lead at the top of Serie A. Oh, now those passes blocked there. So we need to make some subs. Vini, easy stuff. Ibanez, time to take a touch. Look up. Put his foot on it. And then move it on to Abner. How is Abner doing? He's got a little bit of energy left. Might as well try and utilise that. Marillison. Jimmy Quids, who's been excellent. Sano, wide to Abner. He's allowed to take a touch. Look up and whip a ball in. Looking for a Takuma Asano again. In a dangerous position. It's unlucky. Decent ball there. Oh, Luis Carlos caught in two minds there. Michel Bastos now, the danger man for Mineiro, into the box. Luis Carlos, though, is there. Just cuts it out with such ease. He makes the defensive midfielder role like an absolute cakewalk. Now Igor. Oh, danger there. Igor trying too much. Now Mithrasinho. Oh, Bruno Vini. It's well worked. Oh, Jimmy Quids misjudges that, but we'll be able to now make some substitutions. Lovely stuff. Let's get it done. Everyone's saying get Abner off. 70 minutes is all he can handle. To be fair, I mean, yeah, actually, his stamina is obviously much worse than Arnaldo, but he's had more of the ball than anyone else. Luckily, we've got Diego Renan. Very capable. In fact, he is probably our best replacement player in the side. Oliveira's having a really good game. I sort of don't want to take him off. But if we don't take him off now, he's going to run out of steam. Eduardo or Castro. Form would say Eduardo there, certainly. As it's just swap the midfield too. Give Castro a run out. There we go. Big Eddie out on the left. Bit of a wizard. Bit of the David Silva to him, I think. And Pedro Castro, a similar player as well. Pedro Castro's got goals in his game. Oh, Sano looking to put a ball in there. Nearly got that. Very nearly got to that one. Arnaldo battling well. Back to Pedro Castro. Finds Carlos. It's well worked into the substitute. Diego Renan. Marillison lays it off, looking for Pedro Castro. Didn't quite have the legs to get there. And that breaks down. Oh, Luis Carlos can't help but intercept the ball there. But Pedro Castro will win it back. He'll drive forward. Just to slip in Marillison. That's poor. That's really poor. Unimaginative and underhit. Great header there from Ibanez, though. Carlos inside to Castro. Castro looks for the 1-2 with Marillison. It's telegraphed. It was Carlos loses possession, but Igor's there. It's got very sloppy all of a sudden. Arnaldo, little chip ball looking for Igor. Just didn't have the legs. Didn't quite have the subtlety on the pass as well. Diego Renan will pressure Bastos there. But Emiliano will get it clear. We're coming into the last 10 minutes here. I think we're going to just turn down things a little bit. Oh, Eduardo wins it back. Eddie inside. Oh, lovely running from him. The substitute. Can he slip into Takuma Asano here? Just left that a little bit late. Asano, lovely touch. Eduardo's finish. It's just wide. Cut across it nicely with his weaker right foot. That's really unfortunate. Takuma Asano pushed wide a little bit. The ball wasn't great. Lovely touch back inside. Found Eduardo well. It's unlucky. Ricardo's in the chat. Welcome, buddy. He is... Ricardo, am I still top of the fantasy football? I don't know, you tell me. Another good reason to join the Discord. You can come and get the link to the PSM Fantasy Football League. But you're only allowed to join if you've got less points than me. So let me know how many points you've got, and I will let you know whether you can join. And then if you get more points than me, I'm afraid... Actually, I don't even have the ability to ban you because I didn't set it up. But we'd love to have everyone in there. It's already a very fun league. And I love fantasy football. Oof. Chance there, unlucky. Actually, yeah. Let's have a look. It's a good turn. Avini just overcommitted. No problems. No bother. Oof, Avini. Come on, mate. Ronaldo's had a long game. Didn't get to be substituted. Oh, they're threatening here in the final 4 minutes. The captain João Paulo steps inside, but Igor's there. Still full of power. That's not a bad ball either into Eduardo. Lovely first touch from him. Looks to slip into Kuma Asano, just overhit. Oh, no one's there. It would have surely been a long-range goal. Avini. Powerful stuff. Castro. Lovely little ball over to Eduardo. Just overhit there as well. Pedro Castro is on pretty poor form today, so we'll allow him some misplaced passes. Good to get him in the side, though. Clement this time turns the other way. Oh, that's something. Ivan. You'd forget he was playing if it wasn't for the occasional world-class save. And look at that, a double for Jimmy Quids. And another win in Serie B for Ponte Preta. The Ponte Pretanos will travel home happy after this one. A fairly pedestrian win from them. No goals from Marison today, but it was Jimmy Quids with both of them. Thiago Real, always consistent. We absolutely dominated. I mean, they had... Those 2 shots were right at the end of the second half. We were on top of them the whole game. Thiago Real, lovely rating there, a 7.5. Everyone playing well. I think Oliveira with a 5's a little unfair. He was involved in the build-up to the goal. He looked dangerous throughout. Ibanez with a 4.5, also a little unfair perhaps, but hey, doesn't matter. We got the win. We keep marching on. And look at that, 6-point lead over Curitiba. And 20 points now ahead of America Mineiro. They're a long way behind us. I don't think they were ever thinking they could get back close to us. We're just keeping them at arm's length. So Matios says, does Brod start next game over Ziggy? I just don't know at the moment. We're sort of rotating strikers, and I don't like that. Pedro Castro. Supporters unhappy with him. He's not had many chances, really. But anyway, let's get straight into the next game. Oh, what have we got in the manager's office? A message. No call-ups. Broj. Cobra. Broj the Cobra. Of all the animals, I would say he doesn't really play like a snake. That's my hot take on that one. So, who have we got today? Back at the Moises Lucarelli. We're playing against Villanova. Let's take a look at my little information sheet about Villanova. What do we know about them? So Villanova, they finished sort of mid-table last season, really little stadium. They've never played in the top flight. And they're known as the Tigers. So, yeah, pretty unexciting, really. Ibanez on a downward arrow. That's fine. We just bring back in Big Reg. Pedro Castro. Oof. Fans want to see him. Well, that makes the decision for us there in terms of who starts today. It's going to be Ziggy, no doubt about that. 84 team spirit at the moment, looking pretty healthy. That's always good. And who else do we bring in? Tempted to start Castro over Ollie, but Ollie is so good. No, I think that has to stay as is. Could start Pedro over Igor today just for a change. Takes 2 off the team spirit, but we'll give it a go. Slightly more attacking presence in the centre of midfield. And quick look at Villanova. They've got a good striker. Rest of the team pretty average. Let's get into it. Link to the Discord. If anyone who's in the Discord can copy that into the chat now, that'd be lovely. It's always popping off. It's a party, 24-hour party, maybe. Right, let's have another win. Let's look confident. Let's get Ziggy back in the goals. I mean, the Moises Lucarelli now must be a party atmosphere every single night. I mean, we know we're going up now. It's just a question of how much fun can we have doing it. The recruitment this season has been absolutely incredible. Look at that lovely fat man in the middle in the Ponte Preta shirt. He's loving it. He has had a good season already. He has had many of those angel mouth cut sandwiches. Don't know if you remember them from the intro. They do sound delicious. I'd love to go to Campinas. I'd love to go to Brazil. Really would. Right, Pedro Castro. Today is your day. Nice ball to find Real. There's some real class in the midfield today. Oliveira, a little flick into Marison. Oh, lovely turn. Lovely work from Marison. Oh, what a turn that was from Ziggy. Now he's putting him under pressure. What a start that would have been. What an incredible touch. Reginaldo finds Arnaldo and Abner. Oliveira always beats his man with the first touch. Real into Asano. Does really well. Jimmy Quids beating the goals almost again. And look at this. I love the fact that Arnaldo's just there waiting to put the pressure on. This is the Zico press. High ball. Reginaldo back in the side today. Real into Marison. Lovely turn. We'll hit one from distance. Optimistic, but he's on blue form. Close. Another look at that. Lovely first touch. He only had one thing in his mind as the ball was funneled in towards him. We're starting this game as we started this last game. Looking dominant. Madison, lovely touch on the chest. Holds off Mora. They can find Takuma Asano here. Oh, just can't quite find a way out of those 2 Villanova defenders. Oh, that's poor. You come to the Moises Lucarelli, you come to the Majestoso, and you're going to make mistakes. I mean, in a way, at this point, the pressure must sort of be off. Any teams coming here, we've been that good. Abner now, into Oliveira. Oh, Oliveira, too much. Oh, we had that red as well. Oliveira doing really well to get back. And then Abner's there with him. High ball now. Vini jumps with Janino. Oh, they've done well there, but Arnaldo comes across. Deals with it well. Castro! No. We're trying to get you to be a loved player. You have to have a good performance at home today. Can't be making easy mistakes like that. Here is Pedro Castro now. Picking it up deep. He's good on the ball. He's a good passer. He's a great all-rounder. Oliveira into Abner. Abner cuts inside. Finds Jimmy Quids. That's not the ball we were looking for. Villanova happy to build patiently. And then a stupid long ball. And we get it straight back. And now Oliveira doing what he loves to do. Driving at the defence here. Inside to Marison. Oh, he's offside. To be honest, I was thinking he was going to try and beat them. And then he was in such a good position. Oh, should have made one decision or the other. Not both. Avini. Towering colossus of a man. It's a ball in, but a fairly aimless one, and Arnaldo will pick it up. Now Arnaldo will drive forward down this right-hand side. He's perhaps the unloved of the 2 fullbacks in this side. Sano, lovely flick into... oh, that's not a great ball. Marison will put him under pressure. Actually, a pretty good pass. Ooh, somehow they come away with it. High ball now. Avini again. Lovely work. Castro. Oof. Didn't really get that one away. Oh, Oliveira. That's a really poor place to lose the ball. Reginaldo across to save his blushes. And now we need to work some of Zico's magic. Nice ball into the path of Thiago Real. Real over the top looking for Oliveira. Just overhit. Unlucky. Had loads of options there, but we wanted to go with the momentum of the run from Oliveira. Harrison was there. Jimmy Quids. Oh, the standout player in the last game. From an attacking point of view, almost winning it back there. Defending from the front. Another long ball. We will just absolutely be fine with all of those. They're saying that. They win it back well. That has worked now. Janino on the turn. Bruno Avini reads it well. Oh, looks for something a little bit cheeky there. Perhaps too cheeky. Janino's got an option here of Danilo. Reginaldo, really well read. Got his body in the way. Mark Crawford on board. Welcome to the chat. Not having such a good time against Villanova. We looked really good in the last game. Villanova, though, coming and playing without fear by the looks of it. And now they've got a dangerous position here, and Danilo goes short. Catches us out there into Helder Santos. Mosquito out to Eric. Mora. Oh, Oliveira, great touch. And now Matthias Oliveira again loses possession. He's not having the best game today. Played really well in the last one, but he's won it back there. Lovely work. That's what we want to see from him. For too long he was sort of considered a bit of a diva. But now he's putting in the miles to get back and defend. And do his bit for the team. It's not quite clicking for him today, though. And he loses possession again. Danilo now into Janino. Abner reads that well. Can't keep it in. Okay, we're under a bit of pressure here. A little bit of pressure. They are looking pretty bright. Now Captain Danilo plays it back to Mora. Wellington. Ooh, look at this. This is good build up here from the visitors. Eric, good first touch. Oh, he's done Abner there. Janino. Can't get to it at the near post. And not even can. Oh, and Thiago Real, what a touch into Castro. He just seems to always be turning into the wrong position. I wouldn't even say I blame him particularly, but he has lost the ball quite a few times now. As has Oliveira. It's just very sloppy here. Jimmy. Okay. Let's take our time here. Let's try and build it. Let's get possession back. Pedro Castro to me has got, sort of imagine, a little bit of the Aaron Ramsey to him. That's what the stats would suggest. But with just a minute left in this game, let's try and build. Oliveira had the option there of Luis Carlos, probably should have taken it. That's great strength. Just can't find Abner there. And that will be half time here. An unimpressive first half from Ponte Preta. Not ideal. And yeah, Oliveira and Pedro Castro certainly not winning the midfield battle, and that is really affecting our game. Started strongly. We're going to have to change things early on, though, if we don't see any improvements in the first sort of 15 minutes here. Avini goes long this time. We don't see a lot of that. Sano gets a flick on. Marilison will put the pressure on him. Mistake there, and Marilison surely to open our account. Lovely work. Oh, Villanova. They've got to be disappointed by that. And Ziggy Stardust opens his account for this episode. And there is Zico, the man with the baggiest sleeves in world football. I mean, this is truly awful. Who was he even aiming for? He had his right back to look for. One-on-one. Ziggy, top scorer. Never going to miss that. I mean, that is truly terrible. Truly terrible defending. Gifting us a goal. You would say maybe against the run of play they've looked really good. They are going to be kicking themselves with that one. Avini, towering header. Oh, he's done well there. Now Mora out to Eric. Abner reads the step back inside, and he Oh, wrestles it back from Eric. That's beautiful work from the left back. And now he'll canter over the line. Oh, is Asano offside? Oh, he's not, but he can't get to it. He might have been offside. Abner there. Physical specimen that he is. Won it back and then just kept going. And here he is again. Oh, the dancing feet. Now Abner, can he whip a ball in? Oh, Rodriguez does really well. Abner, though, still putting the pressure on. What a passage of play that was from the young left back. Clearly one of the biggest talents in this side. Reginaldo, that's cheeky. That's cheeky as fuck. Now Castro. Into Kuma Asano. Lays it off looking for Marlison. He has to go back here to Pedro Castro. Pedro Castro steps inside Danilo. Oof. Dispossessed there. Pedro Castro having an absolute shocker today. This is not going to do much for the fans' impression of the new signing. Luis Carlos now can pick it up. Arnaldo's made a good run outside. Arnaldo's ball into Takuma Asano, testing the Japanese player's touch on his chest there. Abner will slip in. Marlison, just a little bit too much on that. Really unlucky. Reginaldo. No bother. Back to Ivan. The least used goalkeeper I think I've ever had in a Master League series. Pedro Castro, that's a better ball. That's poor though. It's just so predictable. Ball over the top. I wonder when we get to Serie A we're going to start playing against some teams who actually like to play football, because we haven't seen a huge amount of that in Serie B, which is sort of understandable. Abner down the line into Ziggy, the goal scorer. Powerful away from Philippe Meyer. Oh, looks to step back inside. Unlucky. Let's make some changes here. Still not happy. Pedro Castro having a shocker. We're going to bring on... should probably bring on Igor, shouldn't we? And then we'll give Oliveira a chance. I don't think we're going to bring on Souza. Abner's got a few more minutes left in him. But Pedro Castro, he's had a tough one and pulled off in the 64th minute. It's not going to do a hell of a lot for his confidence. Corner here looking for Abner. Abner will hit this. Oh, nice idea. Didn't get much purchase on that. Sano does really well. Substitute Igor though is dispossessed. Sano almost winning it back again. Meyer now. He made the mistake and he's looked to do it again. That is truly shocking from Meyer. Marison turns into trouble there. Ronaldo deals with that well. Igor smart into Carlos. Abner now into Oliveira. Oof, again Oliveira. Trying to beat players whenever he can. Jimmy Quid's into trouble there. It's not been our best game so far. They've got a chance here on the break. Luis Carlos back as ever. Oh, Bruno Avini. Does he go with Mosquito? Does he go with the man inside? It's going to be Mora here, but Avini makes the right choice. Definitely the right choice there. Smart defensive play, and now Marlison will bring it forward. Marlison, oof. Come on. High ball here. Avini shouldn't have any problems with that, and he doesn't. Reginaldo, that's poor. That's really poor. Now Bruno Motta. Reginaldo back in the side today, making big errors. That's a searching ball. Easy for Ivan. It's a quick bit of distribution into Abner, who does need a rest. Ah, that was such an easy ball. Missed it. We need that second goal here. Oh, that's a very good pass. Avini's come across. He's gone back inside. Now Avini does again make the right decision. They still haven't got it clear here. Igor gets a touch. Arnaldo and Igor get it away. No, they don't. The pressure here is almost too much to take. But we get it away. Asano, little flick into Marlison. Caught out though, but take a little pressure off there. And we win a free kick on the halfway line. Just to compress this situation. We are looking under the cosh here, which isn't like us at home. Bring on Eduardo just to steady the ship. Once again, that Abner replacement, always necessary. Diego Renan will take this free kick. And we'll look to just see this one out. Well, not see it out, but we should go slightly more defensive. Bruno Vini. Back to Igor. Eduardo, Carlos. That's not what you want to be doing there, Luis. Shit. Got to get this right. Carlos to cover. They've got 3 to aim for in the box here. Reginaldo trying to cut up. Oh my god, Reginaldo's there. Arnaldo heads, but only as far as Mosquito. Fucking hell. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Oh, look where you're passing, you absolute maniac. What are you doing? You're falling apart. Let's just keep the ball, please. That should have been a goal. Eduardo, that's nice. Into Renan. The 2 substitutes here. Renan into Eduardo. Cuts back unnecessarily there, but we're really happy to keep the ball here. Eduardo, nice. Only a minute left. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. How did we survive that? I don't know. I do not know how we survived that. I didn't deserve to. Oh, God, Madison. That's it. Well, not the prettiest game of football ever. In fact, in many ways, very, very poor. What's that? What's happened here? Oh, it's a free kick. But we're done here. 20 seconds over the end of the game. That will not go down in the Ponte Preta history books as a very exciting game, as one full of great football. But it's another 3 points, and you cannot argue with that. And that's really gutting for them. And there's Marison, shirt off, celebrating with the fans who adore him so. Ziggy with the only goal of the game today. It was a good one. Was it a good one? I can't even remember. No, it was a really, really poor. It was a good finish, fine. But there we are. So poor games for Pedro. That's a lovely turn early in the game. He deserved a goal from that. And it did come eventually after a big mistake from Villanova, who, to be fair, were really good. They created chances. They had a lot of possession, just lacking the quality that we do. Oliveira, 2 poor games on the bounce. And Kakarot rightly pointing out in the chat that Marison has won us a lot of points. He has. He's the sort of player who scores the single goal to win you the game. And doesn't do much else, but doesn't need to. And there we are. Curitiba continue winning. We'd love to. We've got to win the league. Surely we have to win the league. We've got the goal difference. 6-point lead over Curitiba. That could all slip. Of course it could. And who do we play in the next one? Londrina to start the episode. How many games have we got left? I mean, we're over halfway now. We scraped a victory. Ibanez fails to find form. God, the supporters are being particularly harsh on the new signings. Brodge to be transferred. Certainly would consider it at this point. How many games have we got left then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 11 games? 11 games. Not a huge amount more. We've got another Derby Campinero to play. That's going to be fun. Do we play Curitiba again, or have we played them twice? No. We play Guarani. So we end the season on a double. On a derby. But unfortunately that is all for tonight. Sorry, Mark. That is it. We start at 8. There's always more of you here. By 9 when it finishes. Is 9 a better time? I could probably do 9 till 10. Might be a little bit tired by then. I need an early night. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that one. And I'll see you again on Wednesday. See you on Wednesday for some Jermaine Defoe action, and then Friday again. I don't think it's my birthday this Friday, so you'll see me then. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in a bit.